Is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Well, jet sweep pass. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
At the 45 on his way. Hits him with a stiff arm. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And the Demon Deacons will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Feeling some heat. Coming after it. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he's knocked down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
They go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. To the air, it's Ward. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back and getting that sucker.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Hurricanes are on the move. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Pulls it in. It's Martinez. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting your running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Martinez. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
They'll give it to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Grab behind the line. It's Martinez. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And now a chance to go even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Quarterback will keep it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens.
The Demon Deacons will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Canes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough.
And that pass picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, and just push the defensive lineman back, got the linebackers lax, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight.
Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep. But the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Bulldozes his way through. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. 1st down here for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Wake! They move on top here in the 4th.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on 3rd and short if you can get them aggressive and a defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
It's in. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Now on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Slams it ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it and is able to break it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work on 2nd down. The red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy,
and the ball is intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1 and brings up 2nd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Oh, that was a pretty rough